Hello everyone, John here with Ready Player Movies and welcome back to a brand new video. So again, I've been away for this last week. I wasn't feeling very well. There was a couple of problems. I was going through a couple of problems and I needed to get them addressed, which I did do. And there's been some sort of a conclusion come to that, but I'm just going to keep that to myself for the time being. Now, I did have plans on doing something that I hadn't done before last week, and I can't really follow up on it this week either. I mean, I probably could if I wanted to, but I wanted to cover some of the things that I actually picked up over the course of the last few days, which I do have in front of me here, which I do have beside me here. But I want to make this kind of more of a themed video, for no real reason. I do have something here that I do need to unbox, but this is part of like a little collection of limited edition. Saying limited edition. Limited edition sets that I've got of one particular film, and that film is the masterpiece of John Carpenter's The Thing from 1982. Now for those of you who know, who have been long running viewers of the channel will know that The Thing is one of my favourite films of all time. There's absolutely no disputing that whatsoever. The way I've spoken about it in a couple of videos here and there, I really do hold this film very, very close to my heart. I remember the first time that I saw this film, it absolutely scared the bejesus out of me on every single level you could think of. The paranoia of the film, how well cast it is, the story behind the movie as well. The list goes on. Anyway, I want to show you some of the things that I've only got a small handful of things that I have to show you that I already have up to unboxing this here, which I'm sure a few of you already know who have this already. But I'm just doing this for those people that don't exactly know what this video is all about. So right, okay, so the first edition that I have, the very first edition that I had of this was actually, just one second, I'll be right back. Right, okay, so the very first edition I had of this movie was on VHS. Now, unfortunately, I don't have that edition now. It got worn down that much that it was unwashable. But I do have an edition in front of me that has that celebration of what VHS was all about, and I've got and this is the it's a HMV exclusive, and we have here the VHS cover edition of The Thing with one of the original artworks from when the movie came out. This is actually from one of the this is actually taken from a still from the actual film. So yeah, this is really, like I say, this is a really great edition. Comes with numerous things. It comes with, just take that out there, comes as the VHS presented. Opens up, and inside has two editions, which is the Blu-ray, which is here on the top, and the DVD of it as well. In amongst this lot is a poster and a couple of art cards, one with Macready in both of them. You can see him there just in the background, and another one right there. So that is the VHS, the HMV exclusive thing. What I did notice about these, there's numerous movies with this presentation, and each disc has a different run time, but it's not really an awful lot. So one of them is an extended edition, and one is maybe the theatrical cut. So the Blu-ray run time on this edition is 109 minutes, as opposed to the 104 minutes on the DVD. So that is one thing to look out for if you do actually want to go and source out any of these HMV exclusives. They still do them. They don't go for as much as what they did price them for initially when they first came out. Obviously, 'cause it's been a few years now. But yeah, really worth looking into if you're looking for something on the retro line. So that is the VHS edition of that. And next, I've got the two movie box set here, which obviously includes the 2011 movie as well. Not much I can go on about this. It is what it is. It's the two movies in one bundle. They could have done a little bit more on the presentation of this. There isn't really an awful lot to it. But then again, when you look at the overall presentation of the film, it's a very simple movie that has a lot of subtext in it. So to follow on from that, we've got the Arrow edition here, which is probably one of the best editions that is available thus far. Comes with an absolute shitload of limited edition content, which includes all of the original making of documentaries, all that kind of thing. Comes with all sorts of exclusive behind the scenes footage, all that kind of thing. Also, and like the VHS edition, comes with a poster, and comes with posters, archives, but it also comes with a I think this was a 40 page booklet. I'm pretty sure 35. Yeah, a 38 page booklet. Yeah, so I'll just very quickly open this up. These posters are usually double-sided. They have the newly commissioned artwork, which is that which for this edition is this front cover. So it has the original one on one side, which is that one, and on the reverse side is that one there. I actually prefer the newer artwork on this. I think it doesn't tell you an awful lot, but neither does that one, to be really honest. But that is the Arrow edition of the thing. And next up, we've got an Amazon exclusive steelbook. Now, this one is actually, at the moment, this one is actually my favourite one, which is this one. This obviously, as you can see, this is the 4K edition. It doesn't really come with an awful lot to it. It just comes with the single disc. I'm just going to very slowly open this out, or open this up so that you can see the inside of it. And if I remember correctly, this is just the single disc edition. Oh, there we go. Okay. Go off. There it is in its full glory, the front and the back. I'm going to show you the spine. No point in doing that. The inside, 4K edition here, Blu-ray disc at the back, picture from McCready, and there's something else in the back of it. I think it might be the yeah, it's the flamethrower. It's McCready with the flamethrower. So I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it at that. That is the hold up. Let's try and put this on the right way around, eh? We've got this edition. We've got, that is the Amazon exclusive 4K edition of John Carpenter's The Thing. So with that being said, guys, we are now on to unboxing this bad boy right here. So let's get into this and see what it is. Well, I know what it is, but you lot don't. But you know it's something based on what I've already shown you. Now I've been really looking forward to this. Since they announced this, I've been really looking forward to it. I pretty much pre-ordered it like minutes after they announced it. So I've been waiting for up until I got it last week. I've been waiting for about maybe 3 months, something like that, 2-3 months. I'm really looking forward to digging into this. I was just watching a video from Robert Fett's Bounty. He was doing a little showcase on stuff that he got from Lee Eels, and he got to this, and I thought, no, I'm turning it off because I want to do this. I want to see this for myself up close, and I knew I had it. So again, John Carpenter's The Thing, but this is the Titans of Cult edition, which from what I've seen on the pictures looks absolutely stunning. So I was really pleased to see that they've done this. So let's get this unwrapped and unboxed. Now, like I say, I've got a real, as you've already noticed, I've got a real love for this film. I think it's one of the best masterclasses in special effects, without the shadow of a doubt. I mean, there's been a lot of stuff. This film inspired a generation of special effects like it. The word for the type of special effect is on the tip of my tongue, but it just isn't coming out. It just isn't coming out. So yeah, this is the Titans of Cult edition. I do have other Titans of Cult editions. I've got another 2. I've got the Space Jam and the Goonies edition, which is also very nice, and I may say. So we need to be a little bit careful when we open this out, because they do have a tendency on breaking on you. This is another steel book. I just want to be a little bit more careful. It's got a very nice steel book to it. Oh. Now then. Before we get onto the steel book, just want to show you these. We've got a little pin. We've got what looks like a pin badge, but we also have a little something else in here. I don't really want to take it out, but it's one of those transfers that you can stitch. It's one of those badges those embroidered badges that you can stitch, that you can stitch onto a jacket or something like that. So we have that there. So man is the warmest place on earth, which is the tagline for the film, for those who don't know. And United States National Science Institute Station number 4, which is where the film is set. Well, not where it's set, but where where a lot of the action happens in the film. So onto the big one. There is a steelbook. Now this steelbook is absolutely gorgeous. I've seen other steelbooks it's quite similar to this. I was eyeing up an edition that I seen on eBay a good few months ago, and I thought, shall I or shan't I? I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to, and I'm actually quite pleased I didn't, because I prefer this one over that one. It's very similar in its style. So here we have, if I just take a quick look at this, trying to figure out what the outer imagery is. I know what that is in the middle of it, but on the outside I'm not too sure. It could be the blood splatter. It could be the blood splatter from the identity scene, from the whole identity scene, which is roughly about halfway through the film. I'm not going to go through that. For those people that haven't seen the film, you really must check it out. It is really quite one of the best movies out there. Inside, with 2 discs, got the 4K here at the front and the Blu-ray edition at the back, and what looks like a bit of artwork. Got a feeling that it's going to be the bit of, oh man, I hate taking these back. I hate taking the discs out on the back of these. Oh yeah, it looks like it looks like bloodstain or something like that. But yeah, there you go. Put these back and put everything back together. So first, let's put that down there. A little bit of cushioning, make sure it doesn't get damaged. Pardon me. And back in. It can be difficult to put back. It can be difficult to put back in. I remember having trouble with the Space Jam, with the Space Jam edition. It was difficult to get back, difficult to put everything back. That's why. Come on. Yeah. It's also one of those movies that I'd love to see at the cinemas. It did have a small run for its 40th anniversary, which was only a couple of months ago, but it never really got any screenings locally to where I am, up here in Cumbria. The only screenings that I could find were ones in London, and I wasn't prepared to make that trip, unfortunately, because that's nearly a 5-hour drive. That's nearly a 5-hour drive, or a 3.5-hour commute on the train, and for the sake of it, it just didn't feel worth it to me. But anyway, guys, that is the Titans of Cult edition of The Thing, and that pretty much wraps up the video, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. I really hope you enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed doing it for you. And if you did like the video, make sure to give it some thumbs up. Comment down below what you think of the film. If you've bought the Titans of Cult edition, what do you think of it? Do you think you could have done with a little something extra or a little something less? personally, I actually think, now I know that I know some of you are really hailing this edition as probably one of the best ones that they've done. But considering the artwork on the steelbook, I'm surprised they're trying to hide it with with the frosting on the front of the case. That's probably the only thing that I've got something somewhat of a gripe about. And but yeah, it's a bit of a pity, really, to be honest. But I'm sure that they have the reasons for doing so. So now I'm going to look at what I might actually pair this with, because I've been doing a bit of pair. I've been with the other editions that I've got, the Space, not so much the Space Jam, but the Goonies one is special. But the Goonies one, I found that you can actually pair these films together with other editions that you've got. So like I said, I've done it with the Goonies. I'll show you that in another video. I'm just trying to decide which one would be better, that it would pair with the best. So do you think that one, or that one, or possibly even this one? Which one do you think, guys? Which one do you think I should pair it with? Let me know in the comments below if you are watching this. I think it'll be very interesting to see what your thoughts are on the pairing, if at all you think it works or not. I personally think the Arrow edition will be the better one. But yeah, I think I know where I'm going to side with it, but I'm just going to make sure we're with everybody else. So like I say, if you're interested in helping me out with that, by all means, tell me what you think down in the comments. But anyway, like I said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you did like the video, make sure to give it a like, and again, comment down below, tell me what you think of the Titans of Cult edition, and if you have any of the other ones, let me know what you think of those as well. So that, like I say, I'm going to carry on with my day, guys, and I'll let you go. Stay safe, play safe, and this is Ready Player Movies, signing off.